Welcome back to another video on Excellence with Sports. And today I got two guests here with me, and we're going to be giving out some NBA awards who we think should win each award: MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, etc. We got three candidates for each award. So we're going to go down. We're going to start with who we have in third place for that award, then move on to second, then move on to first. If there's any disagreements, we can step in, and so we won't make our arguments. Couch, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good, man. Influential Sports Channel. What's good, y'all? It's Black Couch Booking. Y'all might know me for the wrestling content, but I know about this basketball as well. So I'm ready to kick some knowledge for the people, man.
Reg, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Just got done watching one of the last games of the season and ready to talk sports, which y'all already know who it is. Coming at you full fledged, your boy Rageman Reg with Black Couch Booking and Influential Sports talking about some hoops. Let's get into it.
All right, the first award we're gonna get the least important stuff out the way first. Clutch Player of the Year. This one I had the most trouble with trying to find somebody for this one. I couldn't. This was the only award I couldn't find a third person for. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna just go with who I had in second place. I just went with Jokic because he done had some good moments with the Nuggets in the clutch and in overtime games, making some big shots. That's who I have in second place.
Are we going by turns or are you just listening?
We're gonna go by turns.
So we going top two on Clutch Player.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
Red, I can't hear you.
Y'all turn up a little bit.
can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay, I'm glad you brought up Jokic because I'm thinking like, what can Clutch Player of the Year be outside of just like the runner up of MVP? So I'm gonna give that cop out of I'm not gonna call it a cop out. I'm gonna give that as my second answer in Jokic. I'll give him Clutch Player of the
Well, see me, I actually did my assignment, right? So I actually got three. You know what I'm saying? I do my
Year.
homework and I do it correctly. So
Okay,
so
okay.
so I'll give three and two since y'all got two.
I get three.
And
Yeah, I can get three.
oh, I bet. At last, for sure, at last, this one was a one that I really started to think of, but he lost momentum after joining his new team in New York City. At last, I got Karl Anthony Towns. In the beginning of the year, well, at the beginning of the trade, he was actually going crazy for he's going crazy for the Knicks. He showed things that seemed more clutch than even Jalen Brunson. He was closing out games, but as the year went on, the Knicks exposed who they really are. So they'll probably be out the second round, unfortunately, because I wanted to see the Knicks go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe that surprised me. And then for my second person, y'all sleeping under a rock. This man was carrying that weak LA Clippers team before Kawhi came back. I got James Harden. James
Yeah.
Harden much in the clutch.
You know what? You know what? Let me go back. Let me go back. I'm going to my number three is going to be same thing. This is what I just said before. Runner up two, in my opinion, the runner up is not to spoil anything as well, but runner up to MVP Jokic, and number three, number two. He's third player to put up a triple double. Number two, I would go with Jimmy Butler.
Mm.
I know they just lost a great overtime game against my Clippers, but since traded for him, I thought it wasn't gonna work. I was hesitant about it, but Jimmy Butler, he all in on the Warriors, and they while again they lost this game, they still got a chance to go crazy. I don't think the West is solidified. It's why and with Steph Curry on his team and Jimmy Butler as he's hooping, they can go far. So that's my number two. And with number one, I'm also gonna go with the point guard who been carrying the Clippers in the absence of Kawhi Leonard as he was recovering, not putting pressure on himself, revitalizing his career, getting the first All Star in 3 years, probably gonna make an All NBA team. James Harden, bro. James Harden got to be number three. He got to be the clutch player of the year in my opinion as well.
Who your number one, Ed?
For a Clutch Player of the Year, I went with Jalen Brunson. Even though the Knicks had even though they lost to some of the top teams, I feel like he's had some great moments in the clutch. This Knicks team has been in a lot of overtime games. They have a 6-2 record in overtime. So I think Jalen Brunson, especially down the stretch, like post All-Star break, it's really been him that stepped up in the clutch instead of Karl-Anthony Towns.
That's interesting. You see how perspectives be different, y'all. Well, my clutch player year going to surprise everybody. Surprised me when I was thinking about it. I'm actually gonna go Tyler Hero. I thought that Miami Heat team was going to be absolutely terrible without, because he was playing with Bam Adebayo as well. Him and Duncan was winning games with just two of them. But Tyler Hero was the one that was really clutching it, like damn near ending games, hitting game winners, all that. So I got Tyler Hero as my clutch player of the year. I didn't want to go with a guy like Jokic and people like that because it's expected, and I'll say they got good teams, so they got people to back them up. But these people had to do it on their own, so I think that makes you a clutch player. You know, everybody else got a bailout, so that's why I went with Tyler Hero.
Well, let me go with mine. I could say James Harden because he is clutch, but again, he is a former MVP. So, instead, I might go. I got one. An all-star caliber player, somebody we can expect to play from this room. Somebody, well, at a time we can expect something. But now we didn't expect this at all, and on the impact of his team. I'm gonna go with Tobias Harris. With Clutch Player of the Year, man. I know the games are over now. I don't know if did they just beat the Bucks or did they win? Did they lose?
I'm not sure, but
I don't know.
it didn't matter because their season was locked in.
Yeah. But my point was, Tobias Harris, since joining the Pistons in free agency, they have won like 29 or 30 plus games. So if that don't tell you that, well, he had a bubble where he was an all-star when he was on the Clippers back in like 2018, but Tobias Harris, he's not in his prime no more, and he's definitely contributed to them being in the playoffs right now. So I got to give it to Tobias Harris, I would say.
I ain't mad at it.
That's some good picks. And it's usually guys around the play-in or barely in the playoffs, so that makes sense. Yeah. But now moving on to the Coach of the Year. This one gonna get interesting. At number 3, I had JB Bickerstaff getting fired from Cleveland, then going to the Pistons and helping them turn their season around. But I can't discredit the offseason moves they made as well, being able to get Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Because we already knew JB Bickerstaff was a good coach, seeing what he could do with Cleveland, and him taking this Pistons team to have 14 wins last year and then winning 44, 43 games this season. I think that was a phenomenal turnaround for the Pistons.
Okay. What's number? Oh, that's your number 3. Okay, My number three. I'm going to go somebody we. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go with. Did he win that? I don't know if he won that year, but I'm gonna go with at number 3. I'm gonna go with Ime Udoka at number 3. I don't know if he won. I don't know if he won Coach of the Year when he was coach of the Celtics. This is not because he didn't, but I'm gonna add to that because we already know his catalog. He just did it on another team, a younger team with no Jason Tatum, with no Jaylen Brown. Second seed in the West. Another team, different conference. None of the same personnel. I'm gonna have to go with Ime Udoka. I think he's been slept on since his untimely exodus from Boston. So I'm gonna go with Ime at my 3.
That's a good one. For my 3, speaking of the Cavs, I'm going with Kenny Atkinson. Now you can say he was on some Steve Kerr type stuff and inherited a team that was already working towards getting better, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, what they 64-18 at the end of the day. So I mean, if you're gonna do that, I think I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Steve Kerr got a Coach of the Year one year. If I'm not tripping. If not, he was definitely in the running. Yeah. So if he could get credit for Mark Jackson work, Kenny Atkinson get credit too. So it is what it is.
Not even that. not even that Kai, but Kenny Atkinson, he was also dumped by KD and Kyrie in Brooklyn, so he didn't even
Mm-hmm.
really get a chance there. So this was his chance, and you don't gotta right now. Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell better than KD and Kyrie. So I mean, but all time, who knows where they go in? But they didn't. They not. They wasn't. Nobody expected Kenny Atkinson to be balling out like this.
What wasn't he coaching the Nets when they had D'Lo and all of them?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he
they
was
was
there.
Yep.
man, he deserved it, man. Fuck, never mind. I'll take all
Yeah,
that back. Yeah.
for that. I actually had Kenny Atkinson as my number two. The Cavaliers, like people expected the Cavs to be a good playoff team, but nobody expected them to win 60 games. Like them getting rid of J.J. Bickerstaff and bringing in Kenny Atkinson, even I questioned that because I didn't know how well that'll work. Because in those 4 seasons he had with Brooklyn, he only went over 500 once in those 4 seasons. So then he had to went to a new home, was with the Warriors for a few years and learn that system, being around Steph and all them, and he applied that to this Cavs team. One of the best offenses in the league, if not the best offense this season, and having a great defense. So I had to go with Kenny Atkinson for my number two with how great he's been with the Cavs this season.
Okay. Kenny Atkinson, I see y'all got y'all respect for him. I see 2 selections, so I wasn't gonna pick Kenny Atkinson, but respect for him, just respect to him. My number 2 is going to be Joe Mazzulla of the Boston Celtics. I think Joe Mazzulla, while we got a Kenny Atkinson who's getting his redemption story, and we got an Ime Udoka who's getting his redemption story. Joe Mazzulla, who been consistent this whole time, another 60-plus game win season. They just won 64 games last season and won the championship. We already know their consistency up to winning the championship. So I don't think Joe Mazzulla has got a coach of the year yet. So I'm gonna go with him at number 2.
I like that. I like that. My number 2, I'm gonna go Ime Udoka, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm gonna go to the nigga that cheated on I'm gonna go him. He coaching up the Rockets, man. What the Rockets are the last team I thought would even get past the playing seed, let alone top of the West. So I mean he definitely should be heavily considered. But I'm gonna go with him as my number 2 because I think my number 1 is the lot, but he definitely been coaching up, which shows that he wasn't just given a good Boston team, that he was actually coaching them up. He the reason why that they went as far as they did go.
Right.
When
And I'm sorry, my bad. Not because you but nah, and to add to that, he wasn't inherited. Let's make it straight now. That Joe Mazzulla wasn't inherited of anything. I mean, you said Ime was Ime again. He took them to the finals in 2022. So, and he has a catalog as well. He was on the Spurs. He comes from the Spurs custom tree as well. So he got a cachet under his belt.
Well, son, we already talking about Ime Udoka. That's why I had winning coach of the year. Getting this Rockets team to the 2nd seed. I thought they'd be a play-in team. I thought they'd get like the 9th or 8th seed, but I didn't expect them to be this good of a team and they had a solid season last year, winning 41 games. Even that was kind of unexpected. So what he's been doing with the Rockets, really just showing how great he is, and he's going to the playoffs as the 2nd seed, where he won't really have the best player in any series he goes into. Like if they play the Warriors, they're not going to have the best player there. If they play the Grizzlies, you could argue that Ja's better than Şengün. So it's like being able to do this in a talented Western Conference, it's like that's very impressive. And that's why I went with Ime getting this team back to 50-plus wins on the season.
In the West too, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy in the West too, yeah, that you said that, because where do they go if they don't go far? Do they try to recruit a free agent, or do they keep trading, or do they?
I think what the Rockets did, like them not trading anybody at the deadline, I think was a good team because it allows you to see you into this playoffs. Who should we keep or who should we move on from? Like it's Jabari Smith, the guy, it's Jalen Green, the guy. Like you'll be able to see that through the playoffs and they make that decision in the offseason. So I like that for the Rockets.
Yeah, they do got a good couple of pieces that potentially could fit even better somewhere else. So that's the Rockets got something going on. Let's give credit to the Rockets organization for letting go of Daryl Morey and they quick adjustment of letting him go and James Harden because they adjusted fairly fast after they left. So, but my coach of the year, I don't think it's a surprise at all. I'm gonna go with Mark Daigneault of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's gonna be back-to-back coach of the year. Last year he led his team to 57 wins, the youngest first seed to win that amount of games and in the first seed. Double back this year, winning 65 games, 66 games. The first team since who won? The Warriors, or even I think somebody else probably won more than I don't know. But first team in a long time to win over 64 games. Team they broke their franchise record again. They breaking franchise records. They got the MVP. They got I'm not I don't want to spoil. I'm gonna get into my explanation further with that, but I think he just have a better. They the best team. They arguably already an all-time great team of playoffs.
They're all OKC is also not to cut you
All-time
off.
regular season team. They're all-time regular season team already. So I'm gonna go with Mark Daigneault.
Yeah, I like that because OKC, they're one of the rare teams to be top 5 in offense and defense. A lot of championship teams you see they top 10 in both, but OKC is top 5 in both.
Yep, I gotta go with them. I gotta go with Mark Daigneault, back-to-back coach of the year.
Yeah, the only reason I go OKC because they was already good last year. So I wanted to give a shout out, bruh. I think all ball head people look like. I was about to say Monty Williams. I'm going JB Bickerstaff for coach of the year because the Pistons that Pistons and the Rockets are the biggest surprise, but for sure the Pistons because the Rockets I could at least be like, you know what, yeah, all right, I could kind of see because you know what I'm saying, Şengün going crazy, all right, whatever the case may be, but the Pistons. The Pistons with Tobias Harris on and Cade Cunningham. I'm like, okay, so I definitely gotta give it to the Pistons for sure. So he coached them boys up. I think he should definitely be top 3 for the running for sure.
That's solid for sure. That's solid. I see that. That's valid.
Moving on to 6th man of the year for my third place, I gotta show some love to one of the Clippers players, Amir Coffey. Him coming off the bench, putting up 9 points a game, shooting 41% from 3, 89% from the free throw line. Like he just provides that spark when he come in into that game. And he'll play crucial minutes in the playoffs. He won't play every game, but he'll definitely be solid coming off. He's definitely been solid coming off their bench this season.
I agree. I agree with that. I that's my third as well. Amir Coffey, undersized wing, I would say, but he definitely overstepping his expectations this year with his shooting splits, especially taking up a lot of those forward minutes when Kawhi Leonard was hurt. I don't know how much minutes he gonna get during the playoffs with split it with Chris Dunn and Ben Simmons. We'll see, but yeah, shouts out to him for his performances this year. Coffey is my third pick as well.
I think y'all boys sleep. Hopefully I got this person hired. I got DeAndre Hunter as my third. Could have been higher, to be honest. I think the other two it might be a little bit more, but I mean, 17 points on that good Cavs team. That Cavs team are great, and you averaging 17 off the bench.
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I don't have DeAndre Hunter because it's somebody else from the Cavs I got up here. Because DeAndre Hunter got traded to them at the deadline, so that's why. No, but I'm for my second place. I'm going with Ty Jerome. He just been coming off that bench, playing good backup point guard minutes, averaging 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and shooting 43% from 3. Like getting that type of production off the bench for one of the best offensive team in the league. Like you just, and then the game they had the other night against the Pacers, he had like 20 points or something in that game. And the Cavs rested 4 starters that game. So even when their starters aren't playing, Ty Jerome, he can still give you solid minutes and he can match up well against anybody realistically.
Me, I am going to go with number one. Who's going to be my number one? Number two, I'm going to go with. I would put him number one, but they already good. Number two, I'm gonna go with Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics, man. Peyton Pritchard last year, he had his little sparks in the postseason with those half court shots and stuff. He was clutch at times, but now it's more expected. They defended champions. They got teams gunning for him, and his splits have increased. I've seen him live. That was one of his best games of the season. Him and Derek White, they made history as the first first duo to score 40 on the team or something like that. They had a stat like that.
Yeah, I seen that.
Him and Derek White had that this year, so I gotta go with Peyton Pritchard as number 2. Like, while they got over a 60 win team, he is a part of that for sure. So I gotta go with Peyton Pritchard.
I also went Peyton Pritchard for number 2 for 6 man of the year. I think I wouldn't mind him getting it over who I got number 1, because, well, y'all see when I get to number 1. But now Peyton Pritchard definitely balling. And he's not a liability on the other end as well, in my opinion. So, you know what I'm saying? I think he definitely services that team to what he's supposed to do. And like you said, I think he improved from last year. And they really don't have to look at that team, but he actually a contributor. You know what I'm saying? So he earning his minutes and he playing good minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My 6 man of the year is Peyton Pritchard, playing 28 minutes a game coming off the bench. He's playing starter type minutes coming off the bench, averaging 14, 3 and 3, shooting 47% from the field, 40% from 3, and 84% from the free throw line. And that 40% from 3 is nothing to look over. He's shooting 7-8 threes a game. And shooting that well from 3. So the Celtics, this is already a deep team that just won a championship. They could very well go back to back because of the bench production they get from Peyton Pritchard alone.
You know what? I'm a switch that out. I'm gonna put Peyton Pritchard in my number 1 because I had him at my number 1 at the beginning of the season, and I don't think the other candidates are topping that. So I'm gonna just say my number 2, the second person I have behind that. I'm gonna have Malik Beasley from the Detroit Pistons. He's my number 2. He has been around a lot these past couple of years. He's been on the Bucks, who's been contenders. He's been on the Timberwolves, and now it looks like he got a consistent role on the Detroit Pistons, man. Again, they a playoff team. They almost won over 30 games from last year. The addition of the free agent pickup of Tobias Harris and the trading for 6 man Malik Beasley, the former side dude of Larson Pippen. Bro, that was a pickup. For sure. So I gotta go with him at my number 2. Peyton Pritchard, my number 1 at 6 man of the year.
I'm not mad at it. I think I might have the most controversial 6 man of the year. A lot of people are not gonna like it, but because he made a stupid decision to lose the game, arguing with fans as usual. One of the most disrespected players ever. I got Russell Westbrook, actually.
I was thinking about that, bro. I was thinking about that, bro. But I was like, I was thinking about that, but I couldn't. Nah. I gotta give credit to Malik Beasley. Russ, he an all-star, but I'm gonna give him credit though. He got to get credit though for sure.
That's not a bad pick. I was just thinking he might have. How many games did he start though? Because they was rolling once he started starting. Because Jamal Murray was out for a little bit.
I think he's still. I looked at the odds. He's still qualified as far as betting odds, but he only thing I won't give it to because his turnovers. That's the only reason why I could. If he don't get it, I understand because 5 turnovers over like the last 40 games is crazy. So
how do you know what? Yeah. That's Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. And I definitely don't think they're gonna get it to him now. With they trying to put this coach firing on him either.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
All right.
Shout out to Russ for hooping like that. It's not a lot of former MVPs that transition like that. So shout out to him.
Yep. At the next award, most improved player. This one I'm so mad about because Norman Powell does not meet the requirements. because he missed about like 2 games, I think. I really wish he wouldn't have got hurt, and I feel like he should have been an all-star. So that's my honorable mention. Shout out to Norman Powell. But my number 3, Austin Reeves. He jumped up by 4 points per game. His rebounds, steals, and assists went up. He said, and each year he started more games each and every year. Like his his minutes that went up each and every year. He's continued to improve, be a good shooter for us, just play solid minutes, and be able to become a consistent starter. He played 77 games this season and started all 77 of those games.
Who did you have again?
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. Most improved for me. Most improved. You could say I'm gonna go with number 2. He didn't qualify. He didn't qualify. He was 2 games. I'm trying to see the candidates because I'm sorry, not coming prepared, but I have my number 1. I just want to see what the number 2 are. I didn't pay attention to every team. Damn. I'm gonna go with Austin Reeves too, man. I gotta give him credit too. They are a playoff team. They're top 3. I gotta give him respect on that. 0.4 PPG increase. He definitely a legit third option. Cause I do think Hachimura starts on over him because at one of the 4s over with Bron. So I'm gonna go with Austin Reeves number 2 as well. He definitely. Who knew that he would last over AD? Out of all the trades, out of Alex Caruso, all of them, who knew that Austin Reeves would have lasted? So gotta give him props with that. I put him in number 3 too.
I thought that was both saying. I didn't think we was getting rid of AD, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Damn. So
15, man.
So my number 3, I had him, and really I don't have a number 3. I'm gonna say it, but now that I'm looking back at the stats, it's really an eye test and based off of the team and how the team changed. But who I have for my number 3, I had to go himself from Toronto, baby. I had in Toronto go as my number 3, but his stats actually didn't improve. Still averaged 19 points, rebound went down, shot percentage went down, and assists went down. Pretty much everything went down except for points. But our team just changed as well, so that also contributes to it. So instead, so we're doing 2, right?
Yeah, who
stats went down
except for points.
I thought he was playing better looking at the rest of this season.
I thought he was too. He just dropped 35. Scotty Barnes.
6 man?
No, most improved.
Most improved.
Yeah, his stats went down.
He won an award last year, didn't he? Well, he didn't win that award, but he won Rookie of the Year last year.
And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
but we only going 2, right?
Yeah,
3.
Cool. Yeah, we're going
3. Oh, y'all went 3?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, never mind. I'll say my number 2 then.
All
right. For number 2, I went with Tyler Hero. Became an all-star. He was really the Heat's best player this year because Jimmy Butler was in and out the lineup. Bam didn't play up to his expectations that most of us thought he would. His points per game went up by 3. His assists per game went up from 4.5 to 5.5. And his playmaking has improved. Like watching the Heat games, seeing them play, his score vision has got better. His playmaking has improved, like I said. And he made the all-star team. I might not have been a fan of it, but the coaches around the league saw it, and he got that recognition for that. So I'm not going to hate on it.
Nah. That's valid for sure. Tyler Hero, I think it was Paul Pierce that said it, and I agree with it. Tyler Hero, the best white American player in the NBA right now, for sure. With the exodus of Jimmy Butler, we knew that was happening. We knew that was inevitable, but credit to the Heat too. Not credit to the Heat organization. Credit to the players, man. Credit to Tyler Hero, especially for keeping them in contention. They still in playoff contention. They 4 games. I don't know. I think they 10th seed or whatever. I know they either 9th or 10th, but they 4 games from playoff contention. So that give them credit for that. Again, you said Bam Adebayo, he haven't won a Bam Adebayo game has kind of regressed from like the finals and when Jimmy Butler was. I know he's more of a defender, like he's just exclusively like a stretch five now. But all damn near career high for Tyler Hero All-Star team. I gotta give him that. That's valid. My number 2 is going to be Christian Brown of the Denver Nuggets. Gotta give that to Christian Brown. Christian Brown, he small forward. I know Michael Porter Jr. was hurt for a significant part of the year, so he taking up for him on the starting role. The fluidity of Russ, we were just talking about that. Russ between the 6 men is starting, so I know that probably affected his minutes. And then you got the coach being fired in the midst of all this, and him. This a build up, I'm sure. So he's still been holding his own this year, and the team has now. I got it. This another part. I'm gonna give credit to the Nuggets and him too. While the team necessarily not increasing in wins, they are kind of getting that continuity together. And part of him up in his game. So shouts out to Christian Brown. That's my number 2.
Nice. My number 2, actually, this one surprised me even. I'm gonna give it to Josh Giddey. And I wasn't thinking about Josh Giddey this whole time, but based off of the Alex Caruso trade and everything that happened, and that Bulls team is terrible. Don't get it messed up. But the bright spot has been Josh Giddey's play, and I was thinking I wish he wasn't playing as much as he did, because I actually was going to have him for 6 man if it was possible, but I think he started most of the game. So, but Josh Giddey definitely was hooping this season. And I think the Bulls actually won the trade because Alex Caruso really, what is he really doing for them? I think they should have kept Josh Giddey. So I'm gonna give Josh Giddey definitely most improved. I had Tyler Hero, but I didn't know if he was eligible, so that's why I ain't put him up there.
But the two things I don't like Josh Giddey, not because of that other stuff, but he had a half court game winner on my team, so I'm not rocking with that. But no, but shout out Josh Giddey been good though. I think the trade was a win-win because I think Alex Caruso is the better defender because it made sense for them. Because at a certain point, it's like you hit a ceiling with a certain player and you have to get rid of them. So you see that you can. That's as far as you can get. And I think Caruso he's helped add to their defense, making them better. But Josh Giddey, he's out in Chicago, and they definitely have a bright future with him and Kobe White. So I think both teams won the trade. But for my most improved player, the winner, I have the Great Barrier Thief, Dyson Daniels from the Hawks. He was in the DeJounte Murray trade as a throwaway. He wasn't supposed to be this good. They really just Pelicans threw him away in that trade. His points went up by 8.3. He's leading the league in steals with 3 steals per game, and he's like plus 30 on whoever's second in most steals. His steals went up by 1.6. His assists went up by 1.7. His rebounds went up by 2. So he's just improved in every area of the game, and he's been like this Hawks team. They're always in the play-in. It's been like that since 2022. But he's made this team an actual fun team to watch because of what he's able to do on defense. Like he's a great two-way player. Nobody really expected this. Him averaging 14.8 and really being the second best player on some nights. Some nights it was Jalen Johnson, but he's injured right now. So him being a top 3 player on this Hawks team, nobody expected that. So shout out to Dyson Daniels.
Absolutely, man. I'm not mad at that selection at all. That's not mine, but I'm not mad at that at all, man. Again, like you said, he was a throwaway to that DeJounte Murray trade. And like you said, they are horrendously mid, the Atlanta Hawks. So I'm sure they did not expect this blossoming from this player, man. Without question, the highest PPG increase from any other player from last season. Historic defensive season in terms of steals. Like he got the most steals cumulatively of a player since Allen Iverson MVP season, and or one of those because Allen Iverson was a great ball thief of his day, but of the 2000s he just broke a record for most steals since then. So. And we know how softer the league is. So that's 3 steals a game. That's pretty wild. And a wing defender in this guard-centric league. What else? Not to mention, this similar towards this why I gotta applicate this to him because this the same reason we didn't give Wemby DPOY last year because his team was so bad. Now his individual defense is crazy. His defense on any other team might put them over the top right now, but their team is still horrendously mid. So while that's valid, that's not my pick. I'm gonna go with my number one pick, not to be biased. I'm so glad he playing like this, so I don't have to be. I'm gonna go with Ivica Zubac and my of the Los Angeles Clippers, center of the Los Angeles Clippers, and my most improved player, man. Top 3, top 5, maybe at top 3 even center in the league right now. James Harden. We know James Harden, his privyness to make centers better with Clint Capella, who is in Atlanta right now. This is his best season. I think he went up around like maybe four-ish, maybe around 2 rebounds. He's definitely went up. This is a career year for him. He has had 5 20 games, 20 points, 20 rebound games. The Clippers, let's not forget, while we may be still off the high of the performance of them now and Kawhi being in his hooping right now in his bag, the Clippers were projected to be 12th or 13th in the West at the beginning of the season. So Ivica Zubac ousted by the Lakers, all the bad trading of their future talent. We got him in his prime right now, so I gotta go with him at my MIP.
That was not necessary to bring up. We didn't have to talk about the trade.
Yes, he did.
I had to, bro. I had to.
No, we didn't.
That's good, man. Y'all good, man. But y'all keep forgetting things, man. This is most improved. A lot of people say when you choose somebody who is already good, that's a cop out. No, it's not. Most improved. Who is improved on every single stat? That man is Cade Cunningham. Went from 22 points to 26 points, 44% field goal to 45 to 47. 3 points ain't the same. That's the only thing, but whatever. 4 rebounds to 6 rebounds, 7 assists to 9 assists, and 0.9 steals to a whole steal. So I mean, listen, they don't want to give it to him because he's good, but at the end of the day, literally every season his points went up. His first season 17, next season 19, next season 22, next season 26. Just give him the award.
Let me ask you this: what do you expect out of the number 1 overall pick?
Nah, don't do that.
What do you mean don't do that? He's the number 1 pick. He is supposed to improve each and every year.
Hey, in theory, he's supposed to be MVP conversations right now.
What's the number 1 pick doing right now this year? He's not going to prove nothing next year.
Yes, he is. He already a solid defender, and he averaging like 12 points per game.
Well, Wemby might not. Nah. It's weird. That's a good question from Kai. That's a good counter question. Will Wemby be in the same spot and the Spurs be the same spot as the Pistons next year?
I mean,
that's not on him. It's on his team. Nope.
Now that depends on Wemby health though, because we don't know how long the blood clock gonna take.
And Cade didn't. Let's not get it. Cade didn't carry his team to where they are right now. He got a good team.
No, but
so we can't do that now.
Now, actually, about the number 1 pick thing, because I get why some people think he should win most improved. My thing is, if he's the number 1 pick, he's supposed to improve each year, because a lot of the number 1, like that's what you're projected to do. That's why I don't like giving this award to lottery picks in general. Like when Ja Morant won it a few years ago, I didn't like that either. I thought it could have went to Desmond Bane, because I feel like the most improved were players that like we didn't expect this coming. These are players that was into the bench guys, role players, and they got an opportunity elsewhere. I like the year that Lauri Markkanen won it, where he was a lottery pick, but we've seen his first stint dealt with the Bulls, if I'm not mistaken, where he was one of the worst players in the league. Then he got traded to Cleveland. He improved there. Then he went to the Jazz and became an all-star. I feel like that makes more sense for a lottery pick to win it. Because I like Cade. I enjoy watching the Pistons play. They made good moves around him to build this team, make him a playoff team, but that's why I wouldn't give Cade the most improved player.
But look at not only did his stats improve, but his team went up as well. So that could be justification. Like, yeah, a person can improve. You're the number 1 pick. You can improve, but if your team start winning too, I don't know.
But they Their team also has real basketball players now. That team had last year. The team was Cade and a bunch of fake basketball players. Now
It's
they
still
got.
the Pistons though.
I mean, but they got Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, and Tim Hardaway.
Oh
I'm not saying
wait. Let's not act like Tobias. That
no, no.
nigga is
I'm not saying you have to have good role players to win.
No,
that
Now,
nigga
Tobias
is
Harris was
boo.
damn
That
near
nigga is boo
all-star a
boo.
couple years ago.
now he averaged like 14, 15 points a game. That's definitely valuable. I'm
He
not.
used to average 20 something.
Oh God.
He old now. That don't matter. But what I'm saying is you got to have good role players to win, and that's what the Pistons did. They went out and got good role players.
Cade Cunningham gonna win.
He got
Just
a
so
point.
you know.
Kai got a point, man. It's the stars are lining for him this season to get it with the coaching doing his thing and the team. So I wouldn't go with that, but it's valid in more cases because it's not the team that succeeded as well. I wouldn't do this, but K got a case for sure.
Shit, the Pistons might win 3 or 4 awards this year. Low key.
They could, and they're gonna upset the Knicks, but we're not gonna get into that today.
What we got next? DPOY or rookie?
Yep, the defensive player of the year. This one was. I was looking at this one earlier, and I was like, because the guy had it too. I was like, I gotta move him down for somebody else. So at number 3, I had Jaren Jackson Jr. Because what he does on defense, he's really good. He's a great shot blocker, but his thing is his rebounding has not improved, and that's why I had to move him down. Like for somebody like even though you have Zach Edey next to you, he's still a rookie, and like those like 4.4 defensive rebounds, 5.8 in general. Like that's just not good for somebody that's 6'11" power forward. And it's like like I said, his defense is good. He's able to guard multiple positions like 3, 4, and 5. But it's like that defensive rebounding, like it's so important to close out possessions because if the other team is out rebounding you, you're likely losing that game. So that's why I had to reconsider and move Jaren Jackson down.
That's valid. That's definitely valid, man. That's so valid, bro. I completely agree. As a center, I was thinking about this earlier. I was playing 2K earlier. I was thinking about big men and some of the great big men and why they not as great as they can be. That's a good point. Centers, for him being a DPOY, he don't get a lot of rebounds. And also to go into that, the Memphis Grizzlies, they were as high as second seed, and to go down as where they are now, fighting for a playing spot. He could have got better. He definitely could have got better defensively. I think. Not saying that he's bad at all. He's still up there. He's in the top 5 for sure. But and how they contribute to his team as compared to last year, he didn't do any improvement. Not tangibly as far as his team. We can say with the stats he probably did, but as far as his team success, he didn't. So my number 3, I am going to select. This is not. I'm gonna go with Evan Mobley at number 3 of the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. This may seem a little low, but Evan Mobley, he does got now. He is defense heat now. While this other person is not, he is averaging a steal a game over a block for a guy this tall at the power forward position. But he does got Jared Allen at the 5. He got Jared Allen at the 5. And who's their backup center? Tristan Thompson. Yes, Tristan. Yeah. Now I don't like Tristan Thompson. I don't like Tristan Thompson at all. But we gotta give him credit. He's championship. He playoff experience. He's still a body down there. He got bodies down there. He got a lot of help as far as the paint. Now, again, he got a steal a game as a big man. That's very impressive because that shows his defensive ability on the perimeter side. But again, he still got a little help on. He got a lot of help on the wing defense and the paint with DeAndre Hunter and what's the name against steals too? Spider is a good defender. He ain't as good as he used to be, but Spider's still a good defender. And Garland gets steals too, so he got a lot of help. I would say I would go with him at number 3 personally. Evan Mobley.
Rage. Number 3, man. I'm gonna go Draymond Green. Actually, we finally got we
Wow.
finally got Rudy Gobert up out of there. Thank goodness. He's not even in the running this year, baby.
That's
So
funny. That's
we
funny.
back, man. Draymond Green, man, still doing what he do. I mean, I think this year, last year, I don't think he should have been top 3 at all. This year, he been playing defense, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That Warriors team, no Klay Thompson, no Buddy Hield experiment wasn't what it's supposed to be. But Draymond Green been playing defense, and that's the reason why Steph and Jimmy doing their thing because Draymond Green is locking up on the other end. So I got Draymond Green as my number 3.
Yeah, I don't have Rudy in my top 3 either, and I like Rudy Gobert, but he's
I
not
agree.
top 3 this year.
Not this year. Not this year. No.
At my number 2, I'm gonna go with Amin Thompson. I feel like his perimeter defense,
The Rockets. The Rockets.
yeah, the Rockets. His perimeter defense is really good, and mind you, he's only in his second season. Obviously we seen Wemby progress where he was becoming from his first season to this year, but you also got to give Amin his credit for the way he progressed, becoming one of the best defenders. Like he was already a good defender last year, and I feel like the defense became even better this year, averaging 1.3 blocks per game, 1.4 steals, and 5.4 defensive rebounds as a 6'7" small forward. His defense, that's what's made the Rockets one of the best defensive teams, and they're putting him on every team's best player. When they're going against the Lakers, he's guarding LeBron or he's guarding Luka. If he's going against the Warriors, they got him on Steph. Like he is guarding each team's best player each and every night, and he's doing well in those assignments.
I agree, man. I'm not mad at that at all. That guy, those twins, bro, they are special, bro. Like they some crazy wings, bro. Like
Hasard nice too. He gonna get slept on though.
they make up how good he is as a rookie, man. I don't know his stats. I'm only seen a couple of I've only seen a couple of Rockets games, but for him to be a rookie, for him to be starting, and for Ime Udoka to put the trust in him like that, and him delivering to the fact they the second seed in the West right now, bro. Gotta give him credit. Gotta give him credit for sure. With that, I'm not gonna now. My two picks. My two picks are gonna. They're not controversial at all. I think they're very realistic, but I don't think people will go this route. My second pick at Defensive Player of the Year is going to be forward of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Lou Dort.
That's a good one.
Lou Dort. Again, just like you said, Kyle, with the Pistons, OKC, the same respect. They might sweep awards this year. Wing defender, undersized. He's undersized height wise, but he's big, strong. Wing defender. Let me see his stats. I'm trying to pull up his stats real quick.
Well, Lou Dort like 6'4".
Lou Dort is gotta be. He's definitely undersized. I don't know why this shit low, but I can't see it right now. But I don't know his stats right now, but they the best team in the league. He's arguably the best defender on this team. He's guarding KDs, he's guarding Lucas, he's guarding LeBron's, he's guarding Tatum's, he's guarding maybe a Jokic at times. He's guarding the bigs and the smalls, just like an Evan Mobley, and he's smaller, and he's got more wins with it. So I'm gonna go with Lou Dort in my number 2. I don't know his figures, his averages, but I know his impact. So I'm gonna go with him at number 2.
I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, I had Lou Dort my number 2 as well. He's 6'4". He definitely played defense, and just because people gonna say, listen, they're a top defensive team for a reason, and you gotta look at personnel as well as team defense, and that's good personnel to have. So I definitely think, I mean, there's a lot of guys on that team that play defense, but I think Lou Dort is like the Draymond Green type of defensive player for them, and he's only 6'4". So I went with Lou Dort as my number 2.
But that's a good comparison.
1.4 steals and 0.7 blocks a game. And now they don't tell you everything, but 1.5 steals is good. That's very good. I know we just said Dyson Daniels at 3, a game, but 1.5 is very good. And
Yeah.
a block.
Because what Nathan Daniels is doing, that's something we don't usually see. Like, it's not a lot of players averaging 3 steals. So don't get it twisted. Like averaging 1.5, that's still good. Nathan Daniels, he just meant something different this season.
Facts.
But for my defensive player of the year, I actually went with Evan Mobley, averaging 7 defensive rebounds a game, 1.6 blocks per game, a steal a game. Him being a 6'10", 6'11" power forward and being able to do that on the wing, being able to get a steal a game, I find that very impressive. His rebounding is still really good. Like he don't like the reason why I have him. You said what?
Rebounds over 10?
Now his defense rebounds is at 7.
How about total?
Total it's like 9.8, I think, because he averaged a few offensive rebounds. But the reason I put him above Jaren Jackson is because he don't suffer from having another center around him. Like his defense is like Jaren Jackson. This was even before Zach Edey got there. His rebounds were still low, and now that Zach Edey is there, it's still lower. Like Evan Mobley, he's been able to adjust, been able to play. Like ever since he came in, his defense has always been good. He's always shown the capabilities of being a defensive player of the year candidate. I do get your argument from earlier because it is other people around him, so I'm not mad if he don't win the award. But I think his defense has been great this season. I feel like he's applied a lot of rim pressure, and he's just been great for the Cavaliers. And with them being a top 10 defense this season, their defense is surprisingly like 9th or 8th in the league, which I thought it would have been higher. But I guess it's because of that skid they went on, where they went like 8-6 in their last 14. But he's had a really good defensive season, and he'll definitely be all defensive first team. But I'll give him defensive player of the year.
I see your point. That's definitely that's valid, man. That's valid. That's in my respect with Mobley. I think he in fact does have help with Jaren Jackson and Tristan Thompson, and also has perimeter help on the defensive side. Not to take away with what he's doing, but again, I think he's even taller than Jaren Jackson, and he's averaging less than 10 rebounds a game. Now, that may be asking too much, but that still matters to me. So I'm not gonna put him there, and that point even makes my next point to who I have.
He averaging 9.3 rebounds, so 2.3 offensive.
That's not bad, but still, that even adds to my point who I picked number 1 and my number 2. I picked Lu Dort, and I say he's arguably the best defender on this team. But my number 1, he's arguably that as well. I'm gonna go with SGA as my defensive player of the year, man. This may be very controversial, but I don't see how it is at all. Last year he should have been in contention, but I don't know why. I don't know why pundits don't consider offensive, quote unquote, offensive guards and DPOY candidate. But 1.7 steals a game. He averaged 2 last year. I think it was him, and I think David Garland or somebody else was lead this last year. He was amongst the top 3 last year, and he's averaging what is he? He's averaging 30. He's averaging over 30. He's averaging more points than he did last year, and he's averaging a block this season. And he's become a better shot blocker this year than he was last year. We already know the success of OKC, and we got to include what he's doing on the offensive end. So I'm going with SGA as my defensive player of the year, man. Let's give him a Michael Jordan year, man. Let's give him both. Let's give him both of those awards, man.
I wouldn't pick SGA for defense player of the year, but I'm not mad at it. I think people gonna find it controversial because they think all SGA do is score, but that's not what he does. SGA does a lot more to score, and we'll get into that when we talk about the MVP race. But Cam Thomas is somebody that's a pure scorer because he don't do nothing else. That's all Cam Thomas does. Like SGA does a lot more. He's definitely a good defender. People can say, well, there's other good defenders around him. Well, he's always been a good defender. I thought SGA was a good defender when he was with the Clippers, though, his rookie season. So.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's in the running. His odds is low, but he is in the running. But it's like plus 14,000 or something like that for him to win. But
Crazy.
I got for me, I got Evan Mobley too, because even though he got Jared Allen, he is showing the Timberwolves that a Cat and Rudy Gobert thing. I mean, it did work, but for some reason they just gave up on it. But
they had
the two Twin Towers can work because they're making it work in Cleveland. So and Evan Mobley stands out. He's not. It's not like he's high behind Jared Allen. Jared Allen probably the only thing he really does more is get rebound. But I would argue Evan Mobley is a better on ball. Jared Allen is the one that you got to worry about when you drive into the paint. But Evan Mobley could guard big men because he could move. So I got Evan Mobley as my defensive player of the year.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
That's valid. That's valid, man. That's valid. I'm not mad. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I wouldn't be mad at it at all. I just got my personal picks, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Rookie of the year. This man, if Jared McCain didn't get hurt, that Philly team would have been fun to watch. So honorable mention Jared McCain because he only played like 15 games this season. But my
Would have
number
chose him.
yeah, I wish he didn't get hurt this year. But my number 3, Jalen Wills from the Grizzlies. Obviously, he had that scary wrist injury the other day, so prayers up to him. Hopefully, he recovered well soon. But averaging 10 points and 3 rebounds this season, shooting 82% from the free throw line. He's just been really solid, and he plays a good defense as well. Like the Grizzlies, he's kept them in some of the games they've been in, and he's just been able to provide a spark for them and just be good, whether it's him starting or coming off the bench.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many of his games. My number 3 rookie of the year, I'm going to go with I'm not gonna go with him, but I'm gonna go with another Grizzly though. I'm gonna go with Zach Edey at number 3. Zach Edey. Now he had some buzz coming into the league, and wow, it wasn't some Wemby buzz. He's following up on that big, super 7-foot tall center, and he's held his own, bro. Some people thought he was gonna be a lover and big man, but he can move, bro. He can move. He can put up points. He can guard, and again, to credit them, but to discredit them as well. Having him this low. They were as high as second, and now they play as second seed, and now they fighting for a play-in spot. So that's not really on him. I'm gonna just acknowledge what he was been able to do and the expectations he's met this year. So I'm gonna go with Zach Edey at number 3.
Yeah, the Grizzlies firing Taylor Jenkins was dumb, but again, they had a really good draft. Again, Zach Edey and Jalen Wills, because you can make it. They both gonna be on all rookie teams. You can make an argument for either one of them to be in this race.
Yep.
I got Jalen Wells as well. No pun intended, but yeah, I got Jalen Wells as well for third for rookie of the year. Yeah, I think that's definitely the best spot for him because the other two people that I got, he definitely not better than them. Especially 1 and 2. But he been doing his thing, man. The Grizzlies, I think they drafted pretty well this year.
Yep. Yeah. And my number 2, I have Zachary Ricochet. That's the number 1 pick. He started the season off slow. I know people try to give up on him, call him a bust, this and that. You realistically, in my eyes, you got to give a player 3 seasons before you can say they're a bust. And Zachary Ricochet, he improved over the season. His defense has been solid this year. I think that's one area he can improve because I don't think, for like right now, from what I'm seeing, I don't think he'd be an all-star, but I feel like he could be like one of the better role players in the league. And his average is 12.6 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, and shooting 35% from 3. And I'm pretty sure that's league average, 35, 36, somewhere around there. So coming in, rookie season, already shooting a league average or close to it, that's really good. So that's why I went with him as the 2 because I have somebody else that I think is better than the Ricochet this season.
We're gonna have all the same picks. I already know.
Yeah, I know we are. It's just gonna be in the same. Damn, I'm trying to think, bro. I kind of want to go with somebody different, but like, damn. You know what, bro? You know what? I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna leave this between y'all. I'm gonna put him at my rookie of the year. He's gonna be my number 1. He's been the most consistent rookie, of my opinion. Wow, just like Dyson Daniels, the team is horrendously mid, so you can't see their progression throughout the season. But it just like Trae Young, I just saw a stat earlier. Trae Young has improved on his assists every single season since he's been in the league. But for whatever, the team is not getting better. But I gotta go with him. I've heard of his improvement over the years, so like, more consistent than anybody. So I would go with him. My number two, though, this ain't necessarily. You can't say it's based off. It is based off consistency. I'm gonna go with Khalil Ware of the Miami Heat. Khalil Ware of the Miami Heat. He's a nice big forward. Um, he definitely got. I can see what they look. He kind of he not exactly that, but he kind of reminds me of Derrick Jones Jr. That's what kind of small forward he reminded me of. He could switch between the 3 and the 4 or the 5. Khalil Ware, I definitely see him being a Heat player for a long time. I don't know his stats, but with him as a starting small forward and for them to be in the playoff playing contention with Jimmy Butler gone, that's credit to him. So I'm gonna go with Khalil Ware at number 2 and Risha Shea at number 1 for my rookie of the year.
Because Khalil Ware went to my high school. So I tried not to be biased because I was thinking about picking Khalil Ware, but he averaged like 10 points a game this season. He definitely going to improve over that time with the Heat.
Yeah, those are my 2.
So me and Ed got the same second, so I'm gonna say my first and then let Ed go. So we both got Rishache. Number 1, I got Mr. Castle, man.
I got Stephon Castle too.
I think it's a lot. Man. I mean, I will say he has benefited from Wemby not being there, but now when Wemby come back, Wemby got to look at him and be like, oh, why that's my guy. All these other niggas, I don't know, but me and him going hoop. So,
hey, he had the opportunity to take over, and he did with no Fox, no Wemby. He averaged 14.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. Like him, Fox, and Wemby, they can be a big 3. Like he can be the 3rd best player on that team. Like I like what I'm seeing. I think Stephon Castle has been the best rookie in this class so far.
Yeah, gotta give it to him, man. He's not to discredit him and say he's benefited of Wemby being gone or recency bias from the season at all, because he's been recognized. He was in the dunk contest, so that's being recognized from the first half of the season. He got the stats. I believe it's either post All-Star game or it's they've been recording his stat improvements since a bit of this time post the All-Star game. So his stats have been going up since. Stephon Castle, he being establishing himself as a legit starting power forward this year. I'm not mad at that at all. No, I ain't mad at that.
Now we almost at the end. The MVP. This where it's gonna get a little controversial right here. At my number 3, I have Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
Because I have somebody else that I think should be number 2 and that has to get his respect. But let me explain Nikola Jokic.
This nigga smoking.
I love it.
I don't do that. But Nikola Jokic averaged 30, 13 to 10, 3rd player in NBA history to average a triple-double throughout an entire season. But his splits 57% from the field, 41% from the 3-point line, 80% from the free throw line. But why I have Nikola Jokic at 3 and not 2 is because of his defense. Now his defense it's gotten slightly better, but his defense still isn't good. At best, it's mediocre when he actually tries, and that's why I have Jokic going down. And this Nuggets team, you could argue they could be higher than the Lakers right now. They can even be as high as the Rockets are. Like I feel like this team didn't really improve from last season, and that's not on Jokic because he's had a good season. But the reason why I have him down is because of defense. Like we got to start looking at that. And we tax certain players for having such these great teams. How can we not tax Jokic for not being that good of a defender? Like offensively, he's amazing, and that's great to see. But his defense still isn't good at all. So that's why I have him at 3. And I think the other guys that have ahead of him are much better defenders.
I'm gonna go with Jokic at 3 as well, man. those are solid reasons. I'm gonna add to that by saying, I don't think he should win an MVP ever again until he wins at least another Finals MVP, another championship. This is my personal opinion. Um, I'm gonna add so many. Without being too long, I'm gonna add a couple reasons more to that to why he shouldn't win MVP again. Just historically, for historical significance sake, I don't think he should have won last year because having 3 MVPs with 1 championship is kind of wild. Like outside, we've never seen nobody do that. Like outside of Bill Russell, who was winning championships in that like consecutive championships, or Wilt Chamberlain, who was not even Wilt. Who else? Michael Jordan or Bill Russell. We've never seen a player win this. Larry Bird. Larry Bird won 3 straight MVPs, but he won 2 championships in the midst of that. Nikola Jokic got 3 MVPs and 1 championship. Now we're talking about giving him 4 MVPs with 1 finals appearance. That historically, something's wrong with that historically. Then, again, last year, to go with last year, I think he should have won it last year because the OKC Thunder, they won the same amount of games. This is his most amount of games he won in an MVP campaign, which is valid. But again, OKC did that too, and they were the youngest team to do so. And the player who was the best team on that, he's a better defender. So not enough team wins the historical significance of it. The defensive end, I don't think Nikola Jokic got a real case outside of triple-double. And again, he been close to doing that still. Like, when Russ did it after 2017, we gave him his credit, but we didn't give him no more MVPs. So I got him at number 3.
Whoever watching this, I sincerely apologize. I didn't know I was doing, a video with xenophobes. Black people have a historic issue against Europeans. I'm sorry, y'all. But at my number 3, man, I'm gonna pay homage to somebody who not gonna get no credit. They said he was about to break up the team. They said he had a problem with Darius Garland, and Garland got to get traded. No, Donovan Mitchell is my number 3. Somebody who they never considered to be MVP candidate, which is, I don't understand how. 24 points, 45% field goal percentage, 5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. So you can't say you're not playing defense. You can't say you're not passing the ball. You can't say you're not shooting the ball well. And he averaged 24 on the team with Darius Garland and DeAndre Hunter now, and Evan Mobley. So I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't be at least top 3. So that's who I got for my 3rd.
That's
I get that. Moving on to my number 2. They say this guy has no aura. He lost in the 2022 NBA Finals. They said he was Boris Diaw with an S curl. I'm talking about Jason Tatum. The Celtics won 60 games once again, top 2 in the East. Tatum averaged 26.8 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game, and he's shooting well. He's been very consistent. I don't really get this whole he's inconsistent thing. I really don't know where that comes from. Jason Tatum's been really good. He's been great offensively. He's been the best player on the team, and his playmaking has improved each and every year. His defense is still really good, and he should have won Finals MVP last year, but we won't get into that. But I think Jason Tatum, for as much as he does for the Celtics and how great he is, he has to be in this MVP race. He has to be in the MVP conversation. And you could even make an argument for him to win it. I won't make the argument, but if any Celtics fans watching this want to make the argument, you can, because he has a really good case for it.
I agree. I'm going to say my reasons, and I'm going to say my number 1 next. But Jason Tatum is also my number 2. If we're talking consistency, he's been the most consistent player in the league for the past 7 years. Since he came into the league, if we're talking about improvement at the small forward position, he is the best small forward rebounding small forward arguably since Larry Bird. So he's rebounding. He's almost averaging 25 and 10 on rebounding, passing, shooting splits, game wins. Nobody He's unquestionably the best small forward in the league. I want to give honorable mention to Donovan Mitchell to his regular season and overcoming all the media scrutiny. But in terms of consistency, his spot on the team is never questioned. Nobody questions who's the best small forward in the league unless you're just biased or you just like saying some media jargon. Like Jason Tatum's no question the best small forward in the league. Still not getting his credit. Should have been bona fide superstar with the Finals MVP, but we're not gonna get into that. So number 2, it looked like we going the same route. So I'm gonna say mine. I don't know. Maybe you can follow up after we go to Kyle with his last 2. Yeah, but I'm gonna go with number 1. My number 1 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, an MVP. Should have been back-to-back MVP. 32 points a game. Should have been this. Jokic winning MVPs is messing up history. Wow, this should have happened last year. SGA should have been added to players to have averaged 30 points and was the first seed. It would have been the second time, hypothetically, if he won MVP doing that this year. He didn't win MVP, but he averaged 30 and was first seed last year. He's averaging 32 this year, a block a game, better at defensive end, more wins, eclipsing franchise records both in the Thunder and Seattle. Who else, man? Greatest young team ever. All-time regular season team. All-time stats. Not just all-time individual stats. All-time team stats. All-time guard stats. He's averaging over 50 for a guard. Field goal percentage. Efficiency. So we got to give it to him, man. He having an MJ season right now.
Couch, you want to get your number 2?
Yeah. So I had to call an audible. I'm switching my number 1 and 2. My number 1 was gonna be Jokic. But I just took into account. I didn't know that the win disparity was that crazy from the Nuggets. So the Thunder have 18 more wins than everybody else that's under them. So with that being said, I can't justify Jokic being number 1, but he was gonna be number 1 because at the end of the day, I don't think we could take something away from somebody because their team is consistently good. If you're the best, in my opinion, he still is the best player, but he just lacks defense. But if you got that, I mean, you got a team like that, you shouldn't have to play defense, which I know is crazy, but I think that's the Jaren Jackson argument as well. Well, he should be in the running for defensive player of the year. If he's low, it's because he gotta play hella offense. He don't got nobody to rely on if Ja not there most of the time. So Jokic don't got to play defense because he's supposed to be able to rely on them. So yeah, but Jokic number 2, and I'm gonna go Shai number 1. 68 wins. He played defense. I mean, it's really no argument. I think he should have won last year, or they should have did co-MVP, and then he win this year by himself. If anything,
I think the thing with Jokic, like I look at him like if he's gonna be one of the top centers of all time, which he already top 10.
He's top 10. He cracked my top 10 when he won the championship. I got him 7. But 7.
A lot of
he got a lot to accomplish to get into a pass to crack top 5. He got a lot to accomplish.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the other centers. Like even though Joel Embiid, for example, when he won MVP, he was playing good defense that year. I don't need it.
Too. That was a pity.
And I'm not saying that he should have won it, but he was playing good defense while also being dominant on the offensive end. Like Jokic just needs to be a good defender. He don't got to be the best defender ever. He don't got to be Bill Russell or the team.
But he needs to win more games. Like Jokic is the only player I've seen win multiple MVPs to have less than 50 wins. That is amazing, bro. Like, what do we say for that? What do we say for now?
Because of Jokic.
Now, I'm gonna say this now, not to be biased. Of course, his first MVP, they didn't have 82 games, but I'm still gonna say this: he's the first player to win multiple MVPs without winning at least 50 games. He's only won 50 games, one of his MVPs, and that was his third one. So,
I thought Luka should have won it last year. He he had 50 wins. He did exactly what Jokic did on offense. So I don't know how that wasn't justified. But yeah, I have Shea for MVP this year, averaging 32.7 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6.4 assists, a block per game, 1.7 steals, and 52, 30, 37, 89 splits, shooting splits this season. He's had a phenomenal year, led OKC to nearly 70 wins. They have 68 wins on the season, if I'm not mistaken. So they improved from what they were last season. And they added Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso, but those aren't like the biggest free agencies. Those are good signings, but it's not the biggest moves you can make.
Not at all.
So yeah, I got SGA for MVP this year.
And Chet got hurt.
And Chet
Yeah.
got hurt.
But man, this is a long one. But that wraps it up for who we think should win each NBA awards and our candidates. Is there anything y'all want to say before we head out?
I'm not necessarily opposed to any of our selections outside of maybe Dyson Daniels at Defensive Player of the Year. Dyson Daniels in particularly being Defensive Player of the Year, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think everybody else got a solid case. This has been a good NBA season, man. It's been a good season. There ain't been a lot of drama. It ain't been a lot of crazy stuff. I think it's been 2025 been a solid NBA season. I think once the Lakers are gone, hopefully soon, this gonna be one of them. This gonna be one of them 2023. 2021 with the Bucks winning 2019 type of postseasons. I think, but we just gonna get straight ball.
Sorry, Ed. Hey man, listen, man. Great video, gang. Great video. Thank you for having me on your channel. Like I said, I think we had some good choices. I think we did some good conversations. OKC versus Cavs in the finals. I'm hoping because I want to see something new. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that happens.
I got the Clippers and Celtics, man.
All right, man. That's the end of the video. I'm about to end the video for you.
Make sure y'all leave a like on the video. Subscribe to everybody else up here. Make sure y'all go to Black Couch Booking channel for some great wrestling content and some improvement content. Make sure y'all go to Raise Me and Red, some gaming content. Make sure y'all subscribe to me at F1 Sports, all sports topics all year. Peace.